Well, Alex Anthopoulos addressed the media here in Dunedin this morning, and the burning question pretty much from all Blue Jays fans and everyone involved is Ervin Santana still a possibility for this Blue Jays team? I think Alex made it pretty clear, didn't he?
Well, he didn't mention Ervin Santana by name, but he said unlikely that there'd be any other pitching additions this spring. And really, we should have known that this is the way things were heading. The Blue Jays and the Ervin Santana's camp have not been able to line up on value all off-season long. And you know, it's not only the Blue Jays who might be saying no at this point. This Santana camp, they don't want to take necessarily what the Blue Jays have to offer. And the Blue Jays have been adamant they're only going to sign someone at their price. There's not going to be a meeting there. And the Blue Jays are right now positioned to go into the season with what they have internally.
In some ways, does it not make sense that if you're going to take a risk that a pitcher is going to bust, isn't it better to have it be one of your young guys whom you can send down and call up another, rather than a guy like Santana whom you're stuck with for 4 or 5 years and a lot of money?
Well, I mean, that's a double-edged sword, because a guy like Santana brings you track record and experience and ability. He's more of a proven commodity. But the flip side of that is, if he does struggle, if something goes wrong, you're stuck with it, it's a big hit on the books. Going with one of your younger players, well, you can option them down. The financial implications aren't as severe. You have a lot more flexibility. So it's a trade-off, and ultimately whether that's right or not is going to be proven by how the guys perform on the field.
Well, Alex is more than happy with the group he has right now. It's not like he's saying, okay, that's it, I'm done, I'm not going to be trying to improve. One area that we're looking at as a possibility that he may look at is second base. Ryan Goins, he loves the defense, but he is still looking for a possible guy to be there.
Right. Intriguingly, Alex Anthopoulos also said any help for a second base won't come from the free agent market, but they're going to look to do that via trade. And now they don't have anything imminent, and nothing's going to happen in the next 2 or 3 days. But one interesting name to keep an eye on is Nick Franklin of the Seattle Mariners. He's a guy who's been squeezed out there by the addition of Robinson Cano. The Mariners don't have to trade him. I mean, he's got options. They've got lots of control on him. But Alex wants a long-term solution to the second base problem, and he's a guy, if they could find a fit, who would certainly fit the role.
Last year, Mark DeRosa served the role as 25th guy, and in the clubhouse, in the dugout, he did a terrific job when counted on to come in and pinch hit. He was able to do that. Maybe played a lot more than he should have because of injuries. But is there a guy like a Mark DeRosa out there right now that the Blue Jays can bring in to be that 25th guy?
No, and if there were, he'd probably already be here. I mean, you're not going to replace a guy like Mark DeRosa with all the intangibles he brings, the experience. And let's remember that he did a pretty good job hitting left-handers. Now, that's the obvious need for the Blue Jays, someone to come in and split time with Adam Lind and hit against left-handed pitchers. And as things stand right now, Moises Sierra, who will be out of options, is one internal candidate. Now, the other thing that the Blue Jays are kicking around is possibly breaking camp with 13 pitchers again, and that's not ideal by any stretch, but given the number of arms that they have who are out of options, it might be a way to buy them some time to figure out who they keep and make a move for someone if it comes to that.
Yeah, Alex Anthopoulos said guys like Esmil Rogers, Todd Redmond, who were starters last year, if they pitch very well here in spring training, there's a chance they could break the team as part of the bullpen.